Welcome back to Colorflow Conversations. I am Uakeisha, and this is
Tikisha.
and I always talk about the last episode, because I really enjoyed last episode. I mean, I think we both expressed some emotions that, um, as women, as mothers, as friends, that was important to us, and I think it was a great way to kick off Women's History Month.
I agree. I agree. It was definitely emotional for me because I said a lot.
Yeah,
I said a lot.
but this.
And a lot of things about my feelings that I've been hiding that I felt like I couldn't say because I didn't want to make someone else offend someone.
Yeah. I mean, we are who we are. Our personality is our personality, and we talked about respecting other people and their boundaries, whether it's a friend, family member, coworker, and you just expressed how you feel. And it's probably a blessing that you did it this way, because you always felt like you couldn't express it directly to whoever. I mean, you talked about your boss.
Yes, because so let's put this in perspective. So if I have a situation where I feel like I can't talk to somebody about it, for years, the things that are occurring that I'm not expressing bothering me is building up.
Yeah.
So now if I go to address it, oh my God, the tsunami, the dark side of me is coming out because she's reliving all of that record keeping that I've been doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where now I'm just living as my authentic self. And being my authentic self, how that looks like to me is if I say no, if I say how I feel in that moment, and if you love me enough to forgive me or accept my apology, because I said some things to a friend last week that I'm like, maybe I didn't have to deliver it that way, but I still sent it. You know what? Thank you. I appreciate you. How that person takes it, it's just something I have to deal with at that time. If they're just like, you know what, Tikisha, I'm done with you. I just have to deal with that because I've lost a lot of people. And the fact that I'm still here after losing my mother,
yeah,
we can adapt.
I know I didn't care about losing people. I actually said this to my sister today. We were talking on the phone, and I was like, I wonder how it's so easy for me to not miss people so quickly. Because I really, if you drop out of my life one day, the next day I'm like, I hope they will. And I don't know if I've always been like that, but it makes me. I was asking her, I was like, man, I wonder why I can just get over friendship, relationship really easy now. But I think it's because I became into my authentic self.
And I'll tell you, with me, because I'm so focused on me, my day-to-day requirements, and not necessarily me, because we have other people, like you have children, I have my family, so I'm so focused on that sometimes I look up and be like, so much time has passed since I talked to this person. Yeah. Where in the moment I didn't even realize it. Because a lot of people, and I've said this before, like, we don't need to talk every day.
I got a phone call from a friend of mine on Monday and she is a good friend.
Monday was my birthday.
Monday was your birthday, yes. And this is something I actually would have called and told you, but because it was your birthday, I didn't tell you, because the friend who called me, she shares our name. And we never really talk. Every now and then she send me a song or something, or I love you, I miss you, or something. But she sent me a text on Monday and she asked me, do you remember my friend? And she said the young lady's name. And I said, yeah. And you give a little description. She said she died today. And my heart dropped because I knew how close they were. And I was just like, oh, wow, I'm so sorry. And, me and her don't talk often. But the fact that not even often, rarely at all on the phone. Like I said, every now and then be a text. But for her to reach out to me, and I knew at that moment she needed somebody to kind of pour into her, not over pour, but pour into her and let her know I'm here for you. And I asked her because we can be very rude when people pass away on social media and everything. And I asked her, if you don't mind me asking, what happened to her? Because I didn't. And I think that's one thing where it comes to, even if it's your friend, you got to respect the boundary of,
It is
not thinking she
so
just gonna tell
important
me.
for that. Do you mind me asking? My cousin yesterday, on our way to the movies, was telling me a situation,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't know if this was just a venting or I wanted your advice. So I
Mm-hmm.
said, "Do you mind me giving my 2 cents on this?"
Yeah.
Because sometimes, and this is a lot of times for me, I don't want your opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to get it off
Off my
my
check. Yeah,
chest.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So I asked her, I said, do you mind me asking what happened? Because people could be like, what happened? Was she sick? I
And
just,
so it can come off
it could come
inconsiderate.
off as inconsiderate. And I didn't want her to feel like I was being inconsiderate, because if she had said, no, I don't want to talk about it, or I do mind
You
you
would have
asking,
moved
I would
on.
have moved on. I'd been okay
And you
with,
wouldn't have felt any kind of way. You would have
no,
understood.
no.
Like, this is her establishing a boundary. Cool. You my
Yeah.
girl.
I was like, you mind me asking? She began to tell me, and this is what made me sad. This is why I would have called you, but it was your birthday, and I wasn't about to talk about this on your birthday. Um, the As women, we go through feeling about how we look, and she was doing like different diets and different things and taking things, and passed out at work. Wasn't a sick. She's our age, and it made me start thinking another way, like, man, we be so unhappy with ourselves, which is why I'm so glad we talk about authentic self a lot. And as women, we be unhappy with ourselves when we start trying to change stuff. And it really, really made me think. And I remember a conversation, it was even last week, I think, with a client where she shared with me that she was getting like lash extensions because she wanted to feel pretty. And I was like, that's not why you should get them. Even though this is a service I offer, I'm like, this is not going to make you pretty. You're already pretty. And we be thinking so much about ourselves, where now we are changing our bodies and taking things and getting surgeries and getting cut up and plumping our lips and, fixing whatever. And I'm not talking against it.
Right. You're
But
talking about a service that you
I provide
provide,
I provide
that
these
you want to
services.
continue to provide so
Yeah.
you can provide for those in your
Yeah.
life. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, but I want women to already know that they're beautiful, and that with your enhance, I don't think makeup made me pretty. I used to think that, but we were talking before this started how you was like, man, I, had to get used to you without makeup. And I was like, that's how I want it to be. I want it to be an enhancement for something that I just enjoy doing, not because I feel like it makes me look pretty or prettier or beautiful. And I feel really sad for her because she lost her friend, because her friend probably felt like I don't like the way I look.
And it sometimes doesn't even come from us not liking how we look. Sometimes it's we don't like how we look in comparison to those
Somebody
that we
else. Yeah.
see.
Yeah. Yeah. Which is why social media is, I mean, I feel like we all can naturally get caught up in that.
Yeah, my cousin, I think I can't remember what it is, but the book was it's called Don't Let the Enemy Have a Seat at Your Table, I believe. I don't know. I can't think of the name of it. But either way it goes, a lot of the book that she was telling me about was like being in competition. And I was explaining to her that sometimes, in my opinion, competition looks different. So to me, this is an example of it, because I'm competing with how society has presented how we're supposed to
To
be.
look,
So
yeah.
hearing that makes me sad. And it also makes me think, so a friend of mine, her daughter is pregnant, and she just let the world know. Why had I already predicted her due date? Crazy. But she just let the world know. And when she showed her picture, I said, oh my gosh, she's so beautiful. I hope I'm that beautiful when I'm pregnant at 50. And I said, I got to get some lashes. Because I'm looking at myself, not right now, because when I see me, I'm remembered that I'm that girl. But I'm looking at myself at that moment like, oh, she got the lashes on. I need to get lashes too. You know, I look at my sister, my niece, my cousin, so many people, everybody, the whole world has lashes. And I look at them and think back, Keisha, in that moment when I had this, I sent you a text and said,
I want lashes. Yeah. And I don't even think I said anything to. Yeah, I don't even think
she never responded.
I never responded.
And in this moment right here, this is why I believe there's no coincidences and everything is in alignment. So when people leave our lives, it's a part of being in alignment, is because of this conversation, which you're telling me. And I also want to say thank you for knowing that it was my birthday and to think that you had to put that first, because this is a tragic story on someone who I know.
Yeah.
And I know how sweet that young lady is.
And I
don't really like very many people right off the back, but I've loved her since the moment I met her.
It's so funny, because I knew that.
And I would have wanted to know that, but for you to think that, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, that was you putting me first, especially knowing that the week before I was just in the hole. But
I didn't plan to talk about it, and I don't know
alignment.
Yeah.
And I have struggled with my body, just like I told Keisha today. I prayed for a booty, and she said, "You prayed for it?" I said, "Yeah." Like, I'm not even embarrassed to say that. Like, the conversations that I have with my Heavenly Father, they not just about, no, I need to pay a bill or I want a man. Like, make me feel good about myself. How you brought me into this world naturally.
Yeah. And it took a while for me to get there. And I think we was talking in the last episode about how you said it don't matter what I wear.
It don't matter.
I feel like I'm that girl.
I don't need to dress into being that girl.
Yeah.
Do I feel good when I do dress up? Yeah. But I already know I'm her.
But I just be wondering, like, how do we protect our, like, I don't want my daughter to feel like she need this or she need the body God gave us. I have to believe he gave it to us for a reason. And even though I may not like my little faux pas, it reminds me of my children that I gave birth to. And that's my memory of them.
I like that.
You know what I'm saying?
Because I'm going to tell you this. While we were talking, I was thinking about my stomach, because I know women, we deal with that with our stomach.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm a lady. Excuse me. We deal with that with our stomachs a lot. And so as you was talking, I was thinking about me with mine, how if that was just, I'm never, I don't even want to do surgery unless it's saving my life, and then I'm going to depend. But I'm going to debate. But I was thinking about my stomach, and I love that wonderful thing that you said as your memory, because mine ain't. Like, I was 19, I bounced right back, but I'm going to tell you that little chocolate, okay? I like to eat. So, and I'm not going to, I need to eat healthier to be
healthy. Yeah.
But I'm going to eat that ice cream. I know dairy is my trigger, because when I went vegan, I know that's where I lost a lot of my weight at. And even my stomach. If I cut that out, it would probably give me the results that I want, because I don't need to be flat, 6 pack. Because, baby, you want to have something to hold on to.
You're so crazy.
You want an indicator that I can feed you.
Listen, hey, I'm not mad at my thickness. I am healthier. I've lost. I told you how I started running like a couple years ago and lost a tremendous amount of weight, gained a little of it back in my serious dating life, because I was going all them fine dining.
Yeah, because when you fine dining, where you think it's gonna come from?
But
I ain't turning down that.
Okay, I wasn't gonna say no. I'm not going.
You crazy? We not doing that.
I turned that down. But I'm saying it put baby all them lemon drops and French 45s made me put on a little weight, and now I'm like, okay, let me, I'm getting my discipline, because I absolutely love my body now. I haven't always. Hair. I hadn't worn my real hair in over 20 years.
Yeah.
Okay. And I let a lot of men, well, not a lot, but some men dictate to me and listen to them when I was a people pleaser about how I should wear my hair. And when I made the decision to lock it, it relieved a lot of that trauma, the hair trauma.
I was really surprised when you made that decision because I know how you've always frequently changed your hairstyle. We talked about this before.
Mm-hmm.
So I was super shocked when you made it.
It was.
It fit me, it fit my lifestyle,
Mm-hmm.
but for you,
Yeah, it was part of my healing though, because I mean, even and this is when I was married. Ain't no lie. I was wearing wigs and stuff. And one time I wanted to try blonde, which is very similar to the color I have now. Actually, it probably was the same color. It wasn't the whole wig. It was like an ombre-ish. And I got a lot of compliments on that wig, except from the person I was married to. He told me I looked like I was from the east side. But
one thing about Detroit, East
listen.
versus West, man, those West Siders be like, I look like what?
I didn't even look at it like that. I looked at it more so at a place of, dang, the person I'm with is like really ridiculing me, about hair.
Yeah, about my hair.
It has
when I'm
something to
getting compliments
from everybody
else.
Yeah, when I'm getting
How
compliments.
do you feel about that now?
That, like I said, it was part of my healing, and he wasn't the only person that did that. Even after divorce, I had a one that met me at a very important black tie thing, and my hair was in the weave, bust down, middle part.
I just recently found out what bust down meant. Someone was talking to me about that, and I had to ask my sister, "What was that?" Bust down?
Because you never wore you.
Yes, I don't know that lingo.
Yeah, I had a bust down middle part, and he met with me with that, and he waited a couple months before he approached me. When he did, he found out that I changed my hair often, and he really didn't like that. And he was like, "When I met you, it was," and I'm thinking, and I was just like, man, when you gonna stop people pleasing? Because I think the next time I got my hair done, I probably went to that bust down. He didn't like darker color nail polish. He liked the lighter color nail polish, and he would be trying to tell me about my nails. And he was a church dude.
And this is someone you're dating.
He was someone I was dating, and it wasn't even a dating long situation at all. And after that relationship, I was like, you know what? I need to, because I think I mentioned locks to him one day. This was some years ago, and he was like, "Ugh, no, ugh," and I'm thinking, it shouldn't matter how I wear my hair, my personality, my character. And yes, you want to be attracted to the person that you're with, but if you know me, when have I ever worn something that wasn't going to be attractive on me, or whatever? And I had a lot of that where it was.
I'm like boiling on the inside because I'm just like, I've been trying to hold my tongue and let you get your thought out.
Because I ain't never told you none of this. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is stuff I just dealt with. And I try to always please men, about my hair, because I thought it'd make me look pretty.
I know I've heard this story from so many women. And as I always say, I haven't dated that much.
Right.
So I don't have these experiences, but I also think I never had those experiences because I'm not going to allow you to.
And that's why I tell you that you were not meant to go through the things that I went through, because I was in people pleaser stage. You was already in authentic way, Negro. How I wore my hair. You was probably wearing your hair straight to the back in a regular ponytail that during the last one. I'll never remember you too much going like, I'm about to go get my hair done there. No. How I am. It's how, and guess what? That how you are have always been naturally beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Really? Thank you. Yeah.
I do remember, I remember a man saying something to me about wearing red lipstick. We see, I've never stopped that. If anything, if you pay attention, it's made me only wear red lipstick.
Oh my God, that's why you only wear red. Well, sometimes purple.
Yeah. I meant to put on purple today, but I was rushing and forgot because I really did want to wear purple.
Really?
Yeah. So it's noted. Right. Like I check mark it.
Yeah.
Oh, you always. Oh, I love lace. Okay.
Yeah. When I made the decision to do this, and even I remember that inbox I got from even a lady dogging me about when I first locked my hair. It was like, we started following you because of your glam and I was thinking, and told me she hope I get my glam.
I'm never going to forget that. Yeah. Never.
Yeah.
Because this right here is glamorous. This is. How is me not wearing my hair natural? Not glamorous. And this I hate this for us as a culture, because I don't know if I told you my son I know I told you he started the Wix, but I don't know I told you about his experience when he called an Uber, and as he got closer to the car, the man drove off.
Are you serious?
And he came home and he was just like, I know it was because of my hair.
Wow.
And he said, he was just like, it wasn't no big deal. It was more of a big deal that now I got to call and wait for another ride when I was already waiting on that one. But he was just like, it was because of my hair. And I felt sad for him. I felt sad for our whole culture as Black people.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I started thinking a little bit more where I've been intimidated by the look of someone else when it's just like, why are we like this? Like, I don't want to be like that. Yeah. I don't want to be like that. But we are raised somewhere sometimes where we in competition with other people and we stereotype our own people like, oh, that's a thug.
Yeah.
And it's not. My son is suburban. Yeah. He know how to defend himself. But like, let's be real. Yeah. But I've raised him to be a gentleman.
And he is.
And respectful. Yeah. So he was never about to be in that car a certain way. We're not going to bring that out unless we need to bring that out.
Absolutely. Yeah. I'm so glad now that I'm past that.
Okay, I thought you was going to say authentic self.
But no, I mean, I've let people dictate my look, and I'm glad that Jordan probably got that from you, though, because he, like you said, he was probably more annoyed that he had to wait on another ride. But he just like, I know it's about my look. But I
don't care. I just know I gotta wait.
It probably affected you more than it affected him. But
yes, because I'm just hurting for him as my son, that he has to experience this. Because as much as I wanted a son and God answered my prayer, I didn't think about a Black man in America. Yeah. Especially being raised by a single mom. I never thought how that would affect his day-to-day life and what he may be or not be equipped with to handle. But like you said, he addressed it just like me. Like, oh, okay, like this is me.
Yeah, yep.
I don't want these rolls on my back, but I promise you, I've done nothing for them to disappear. Nothing.
And don't get me wrong, because I used to always joke like, I get me a tummy tuck if money was right, whatever. I could have got me a tummy tuck if I really wanted to.
We all could have done all these things if we wanted to. But again, I think it's levels to so many things. So it's levels to where it's stressing you out, where you're unhappy and you're depressed about yourself, versus me knowing like, oh my God, Keisha, if I had these lashes, versus me just being like, I just got to find some better mascara, because one day I want to be in that commercial where I'm just splashing the water on my face. That's what I do at home. I want to do a commercial like that.
I want it to be where my clients want it just because they would like the way it look. Not that
the word my sister always uses is it's an enhancement. Yeah. She's just like, it's okay. You're not beautiful because you don't have it. Yeah. But if it enhances it, just like you put on some sequins, you're enhancing that. But you're still beautiful with your sweats on, with nothing else.
Yeah.
And the thing too, we really need to encourage each other more as women.
Yep.
It's nothing wrong with giving a compliment. It's nothing wrong with letting that other person know that you admire them. And it doesn't even have to be about looks. It could be something. I tell you all the time how I admire you as a mother.
Mm-hmm.
I admire you on how I know certain things that are said. You didn't even hear it because it didn't even phase you like that. Or you like, oh yeah, I heard it, but you wasn't listening.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas I'm listening, I'm breaking it down, and I'm just letting it break me to pieces. And you done moved on 6 times over. And I admire that about you. I admire how I always said, like, you moved in silence. And people think because we're so close that we share and we talk, but we don't talk. And the thing that you're saying today, I'm learning this about you. Like, I didn't know that a man ever made you feel like that, because here's the thing, and let me know how you feel, especially as being a married woman. Oh, look at that. A married woman. You gonna be married. It was 26. So anyway, sorry, sometimes the premonitions, they be coming. So since you've been married before, and you know, I'm about to be a bridesmaid.
You're gonna be a bride too.
Because if my future husband says, you know what, Keish, I like the yellow nails more than I like the red. And what if I hate yellow? But one day I want to do it just because I know that he likes it, but I'm going to still keep my red nails. This is hypothetical. My nails always clear for the most part, but you know, I think that that's okay. But to feel, whereas like I only want, like, you can only wear yellow.
Yeah.
You can't wear something else, because my thing is, I don't even know if it's to transition into a Stepford wife or if you just want me to be somebody else. So you need to find that girl. That's why sometimes the grass is green on the other side.
Yeah.
Because you was trying to warp me into something that I was never going to be. So I know it has to be a fine line with the compromising, but I'm like, I just want your opinion from being married and knowing what you know now versus
then
the bust down.
Yeah. I said the bust down. But no, I think that and we talked about this before.
I put ginger in this tea. I don't like it.
I don't like
get that little, like, what?
That little
the
twang.
tang.
Yeah, I don't like
what
that.
What is a twang? It's what I'm experiencing now.
I don't like ginger.
I don't like that. That was a bad move. But go ahead.
But okay, so if I had married somebody who was my friend,
preach it.
And as my friend, they like whatever.
My body about to shift because this is getting good to me.
But honestly, if I had married somebody as my friend, because my friend likes my character more than anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Your friends see you inside.
My friend don't, and they may not like a hairstyle or something. Be like, I like the other one better. It may be like, why you wear that? That make you look like this. That make you. My friend not gonna do that. My friend is gonna say, it's nice, but I like the other style better. But you look good with anything.
Because I love you.
Because I love you.
I don't even see all that for real. Like, I see it, but
But when you marry on the surface, you are people pleasing, where, you know, that look that you had, I want you to keep that look because that make you look good with me. Or that make you, you know, look better. I don't like that look because you really don't know me.
It's the trophy. Trophies don't change. You really, you notice that they stay the same.
And they get dusty.
I mention him quite often, but my favorite artist has the song "I Won Me a Trophy." My mama always hated that song.
Really?
She always hated that song. And I was like, I don't have no problem with being no trophy. It's a show on Apple TV. I can't think of what it is called. Oh my goodness. But one of the episodes, each episode was something different. But one of the episodes, his wife was a trophy. And literally, he placed her on the mantle and she sat up there every day, prim and proper. And that's just what she did because she was a trophy wife.
I was never meant to be a trophy. I'm meant to have somebody who's my friend because of my personality.
Trophies get dusty.
They do get dusty. We just cleaned off a bunch of Elijah's getting ready for his, events for graduation because it's gonna be on display.
It's gonna be on display. It's on
It's gonna be
goodness.
display. I don't want no display marriage. And this is why I'm not mad at anybody. They just wasn't for me. And because I understand that, and I said this before, I am so happy with the way I look. Whether I have on makeup or not, whether my hair is up in this cute little ponytail or not, I love having my naps rather than getting a fresh retwist.
When that fresh retwist come, I be sad.
Yeah.
I be wanting this little.
Yeah, and for if I ever get a bus, I ain't saying I ain't gonna ever get a bus down again. I probably could because you can still get it with it.
Still do this.
But the fact that it was part of my healing, because healing is a journey. It's levels to it. It don't happen overnight. So there was a period where I had to get over healing of thinking that I was in love when really, there was no love. Then you get over that, like, dang, that was a long time to be like that. You get over that. Then you go through the period of, I got to get over trying to people please. And you go through that healing journey and you start learning how to say no.
And let them know how sometimes you revisit those.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
You revisit the same stuff that you've already thought that you healed from and moved to the next level.
Yeah. I had to go through the healing process of changing my entire home. Because you like, do you really like this wall? I had to, then you go through the healing process of how you look, because I just told you about how I started working out because people pour into you. And I'm like, man, and it stopped being about the person and it started being about me. That's another part of my healing. So it's levels to it. And it ain't over.
Oh, no.
It's not over.
Oh, no.
This
right here is a part of our healing.
Yeah, this is another level to the healing because, like we said, we saying stuff out loud we never said
to anybody.
And not in a negative way to people, but just conversations that we ain't never even really, we probably thought of privately with, you thought of your stuff.
Yeah.
I thought about
but not to be like, oh, let me call and discuss, because
everything
isn't a discussion. It can be a conversation, but everything that go on in our lives, like, we're not sharing with every friend.
Tikisha, I was married 12 years. And when I called you finally towards the end and said, I think something's wrong, you didn't believe me because I had never told you there was a problem.
Never.
You was like, I don't think he would do that. I was like, this chick, girl, I'm telling. But because I had never called you to talk.
Yeah.
I never said he called me a ratchet, whatever, from 94 when I had the blonde wig.
No, you never share any of that. And I was on his side the whole time like an idiot.
It's okay though, because I did what I was supposed to do as far as.
But let me revisit that, because it just shows you, even as a friend, you're my friend coming telling me, and I'm supposed to ride with my friend. Mm-hmm. And yet and still here we are today. When you can say that, because I was just like, no, he ain't gonna do that. He ain't gonna do that. He ain't gonna do that.
And I was like,
but what I can tell you, my spidey senses went up the day when he got caught doing it. I was at home.
We're not gonna talk about all this.
I gotta say this a little bit. I was at home and I was just like, nope, gotta go.
Oh, yeah.
Gotta go. So it was just like, in the end, I stood 10 toes down. But I'm just saying, for like the friendship aspect, you can agree to disagree.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure in the moment, because you already riled up, that could have hurt your feelings. Mm-hmm. But I'm just so stuck on trying to talk you. And then a lot of times, we don't even hear, like I just said earlier, I probably didn't even hear you. I'm just so focused on what I've seen.
Yeah.
And everything that you see is not
what you think. That's why I say I don't want to be
That's just so many of these photos. If Instagram ain't taught us nothing, it should have taught us that.
Yeah. That's why I say I don't want it to be a display, because you was watching looking
at
the display. I was
just looking at you as that trophy. You was up on the mantle.
Mm-hmm. And not that I was like so perfect or anything like that, but I mean, I ain't never do nothing deceitful or betrayal, nothing like that. But I think that when you have a relationship, this is any relationship, friendship or whatever, that you don't nurture or pour into, then there, there probably was no love in the cooking. I probably was throwing that shit together. You know what I'm saying? You probably don't be in a mood to talk or like I'm a person that I'm emotional. If somebody's yelling at me or accusing me and stuff, and I my feelings be so hurt for so long, especially when
And I
I'm.
also think it comes from a place because, and you said this before, it makes you feel like, do you even know me?
Yeah.
Because if you
Yeah.
know me, you would know that this behavior that you're accusing me of, or the things that you're saying, I don't need.
That's
It's not
even,
who I
it's
am.
not who I am. Yeah. It's just like I don't hear when people yelling at me. I can hold on to that. And people let they stuff, they don't forgot about it, let it go, thought you moved on and everything. And I can hold on to that for days, which means I probably don't want you to touch me.
And I'm saying, you said that for days. I felt like that, not in like romantic relationships, but in my other relationships. Like, I'm holding on to that for so long.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, my memories, sad to say, are mostly all bad memories.
Because you hold on to it.
Because I'm holding on to it. Those good, joyous moments, I don't remember. I can't recall. But I can tell you what you did in 1993 that made me mad, that I'm still thinking about today in 2024.
And that just shows the different personalities and stuff, because I've learned to let things go. It's like I said, it's part of my healing. And when I say you can feel the release when you heal completely in certain areas, like something that I know would have bothered me before really bothered me. Even as far as looks, how we talk about women and their bodies, and I could go somewhere and have someone to feel insecure because I'm looking at someone who I think, oh wow, I wish I had her body.
Right, because as soon as instant, we didn't let the enemy have a seat at our table because we're doing that comparison.
And now I can honestly say I could walk in somewhere and I'm kind of like you now, like, oh, I feel like I'm the baddest one in the room.
Just like I told you when we went to dinner, everything be invisible.
Yeah,
it'd be me. Oh, wait a minute, how? What you say?
Yeah,
because it's just me,
and not in the arrogant way, because I'm still telling the world next to me, girl, you're
Girl,
looking
you
good.
looking good.
Yes, absolutely. But that's how we should be. I'm confident in me. And now I feel like I could put on anything, wear anything. If I want to throw on the wig now, I'll be just as confident.
Absolutely.
I used to not want to wear makeup around guys I was dating. Girl, now you can come to the door and I'll be like, hey, face freshly washed. It's me every speck and blemish.
Yeah, I can see.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't care like that. And not care in a bad way, in a great way. Because we should be confident in ourselves as women.
Yeah, and we should take care of our bodies. My niece, I think she just turned 14. The other night, she took a shower. She got a long shower routine. Love that for her as a woman.
My child do too.
So when she's done, she done sprayed her little smell good. And this, like, you can learn at any age and from anybody. Because I'm thinking to myself, she getting ready to go to bed. By herself. She, like me, I'm gonna be like, oh, let me smell good because I'm about to.
Yeah.
She doing this for herself.
Yeah.
Hold on. I ain't got. She done sprayed. We done had a conversation. She's going to spray some more. I said, girl, you got enough on? No, I ain't got enough on, TT.
Wow.
I ain't got enough on. And this is just for her getting ready to go to bed.
So imagine as she grow up, how she's going to take care of her
body.
It's not going to be, let me go get this because I'm about to have company.
I remember a few years ago, it was her birthday, and we sat at Benihana, and she looked at me and said, TT, is it okay if I don't remember what type of surgery or what do we want to call it, enhancement it was, but she asked me, like, is it okay if I don't do that? And I said, yes, absolutely. Just because you see everybody else around you doing it, you don't have to do that. And that broke my heart, because I'm like, she a kid asking me now, like, let's say, like, do I have to get lashes? Do I have to get lip fillers, get my boobs? Like, the list goes on and on what we do to our body. And I said this before, I don't even want to have the same kind of body as the next girl.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't want to line up and we all went to the same distributor.
That's why I pour into my child, because I don't, and I talk about how I love my parents, but they didn't pour into us in that way. Like, my dad wasn't the type of father to be like, "You so pretty, my pretty daughters, y'all beautiful, blah blah blah." It wasn't like that. So I feel like that's also why I chose the relationships I did, because in the beginning that's how they're like.
Yeah.
And I never had that. So I'm, so if they would say, "Hey, beautiful," "Hey, pretty," and then that's stop, because they don't keep it up. But I didn't have that, so I pour into both my children actually, but especially my daughter, because I'm a woman and I know how we feel about our bodies and about how we look. And when she wanted braces, I was like, "You're not gonna get braces because you don't like the way you look now. You're gonna get braces because you want to correct an overbite or whatever, some space. You're not gonna be like, I'm not cute unless I have braces. We're not gonna get them if that's how you feel." So we had to wait until, and I mean, we waited because
you did.
and you see,
and remember, I told you, because I had struggled with that with you, because remember I was telling you how I was teased, and I just had a slight overbite. But I remember, old boy, little yellow boy, teasing me every day in that class about my overbite.
Yeah.
And then I had my parents get me braces.
Yeah.
But it never bothered me before he pointed it out. And I think and that might have been a pivotal moment for me, because I think at that point is when I stopped changing because of what other people was pointing out.
Pointing out your flaws. And pointing out, and I my kid, well, you see now, my child, she confident as I don't know what. You see, she don't care. She don't care about what somebody thinks she look like or whatever. And she got some, she's still going through it with high school and stuff, but I'm pouring into her to let her know, you ain't got, I'm like, you don't know how to come back on them. They be like, "Why you wearing that? Why your face look like that?" I don't care what they say.
I'm sorry.
I'm teaching my child how to get, I don't care. I just said we don't parent like our parents parent. I teach my child how to get back on y'all kids. I do. Because
I was not prepared for that.
I'm not gonna let them be bullied.
And Keisha just hit us with the eye for an eye.
Yeah.
That's literally what just happened.
Yeah, an eye for an eye. Yeah. But
let me say this. This is how you be when it comes to your kids. Because with yourself, she's harm to none. But you bring them kids in it, it's eye for an eye.
It is.
It's what it is.
I teach them how to get back. You have my permission to cuss a kid out. You have my permission to, to not be bullied about how you look or what you're wearing or whatever. I don't care if it's your friend, your best friend, your boyfriend, your girlfriend. You can get back at them.
Yes, yes.
And if they don't like it, they ain't meant to be in your life.
Period.
And it's gonna stop them. I'm like, you're not about to. I'm pouring into them in good ways. Like, I'm telling them, you are beautiful, you are handsome, you don't need this, you don't need that. And I'm also pouring to them to let them know, if you need to beat that little kid's ass about talking to you crazy about what you got over you, then you have my permission to do that. Yeah. You have my permission to do that. So, or cuss them out. I shouldn't say beat the ass. But I'm just saying, that's how I feel.
I understand.
I'm like,
I'm gonna ride for mine like no other.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. I'm like, this society has really jacked up men, and men doing stuff now too. But mostly women. I hate to see us do things because we're unhappy with how we look.
Yes, I really, really, self-love is just so important. It's so important. It's like it's the basis, the foundation. Because how can I say that I love someone else or I'm in love with someone, but I don't even love myself? I don't even know what that looks like. I don't even know how that feels. That's why when I said, I meant that passionately. Like, I love me. I love to spend time with me. I don't even understand when people say they be bored. I don't understand. I never run out of things to do with myself.
Child, listen.
They gonna think I'm crazy, but I don't care.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm at the part now where I'm loving myself completely from head to toe. I mean, I don't get my nails done. I don't be, I get pedicures still, but I want my feet good for me.
I want my feet good for me.
Yeah.
It's not because some people, women only do it in the summer.
Yeah.
I've never been that. It's
Yeah.
been all year
All
round.
year
That's one
round.
of the things that I do struggle with without having a car. Because I had mentioned like me and my friend was gonna talk about getting together weekly, but our schedules have been whatever. So like now I'm just like I miss going to get them pedicures.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I would just get a manicure and not even get my nails polished. Sometimes I get them polished, sometimes I don't. But it's just like bring the prices back from the 90s. Like I'm getting a manicure and pedicure and shellac on. I'm spending $200.
Tikisha.
And then that's tight.
Tikisha.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's tight. It's better with no nails. Okay.
Oh God.
I just missed the 90s.
Listen, I mean, I don't know how much time we've been.
We have 46 minutes. Because I'm the only one that can see.
Listen, that's my problem too. I need to get over that. I need to wear my glasses all the time.
Is that why you don't wear them? Like it's one of the things that you're dealing with? I'm glad you said that because that's let you know how we're always going, even on situations that we're conquering. It's still levels to it.
I don't like the way I feel like I look in glasses or something. And maybe somebody, I don't remember. Somebody.
But I think you feel like it gives you, do you feel like you old lady or something? Do you feel like that, like a mature, not like.
And probably I need to
or the fact that it's just like I'm aging too. Because sometimes frames make a difference.
Yeah, it could be the frame that because I just got whatever glasses because I need to see.
Feeling like you granny.
Yeah, but that's part. It's so many different levels to healing. That's something I have to, I don't want nobody to see me in these glasses. They ugly or they make me look ugly. I just realized that just now.
Yeah,
because it's an ongoing journey.
And I know plenty of women that's in my life that wear glasses
that don't wear
them.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then there's me that I'm like, oh my God, I forgot my glasses. I can't see. Like I want to be able to see.
I need them glasses to be stylish. So I have to find me a good friend.
But it was important to me because nobody could ever told me that I was going to wear glasses. So it was important to me to wear some that I knew I was going to be wearing every day that made me feel good. And I don't even care because some girlies would be like, oh, I can't get pink because they don't go with everything.
Yeah.
I never even cared about that.
Yeah. You know what I hated about glasses too, and this is part of my makeup being a beauty makeup
artist, I can see that.
Is I feel like it cover your face. And then I hate them dents that people get when they wear that.
Yes.
But it's so funny because
I knew exactly where you
were a lot of my clients that get lash extensions wear glasses.
Yeah, I want some.
And I was like, you don't feel like it hide it, but I'm thinking about how I feel. And they be like, no.
Everything we've talked about.
Yeah.
How we think about how we feel.
I feel like it's hiding because I'm like, oh, they should.
It's the reason why you don't want to wear them to begin with, because you feel like it's.
But those are also the ladies that's wearing it because they just like them.
Yeah.
It's not like I feel like this is making me, pretty. So shout out to y'all. But yeah, a lot of my clients that get lash extensions wear glasses. But I want us to be confident. I want our girls in our life to be confident. I want the women that's around us that we know to be confident because we all got these insecurities. And they come from different places.
Yes, all different places. Because my parents didn't say those types of things to me either. But again, like we always say, like parents miss the mark. They're humans too. Absolutely. They're humans too.
Yeah.
And then sometimes you don't even know what you missing the mark.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because generations change.
Mm-hmm.
There's certain things that these generations now, I know with my youngest, I'm not going to hit her with how I was raised or even with Jordan.
Yeah.
Because things change. But we do need to be confident in ourselves, in our bodies as is. And there's levels to that because that don't necessarily mean throw on anything because you feel comfortable.
Right.
It's definitely levels to that.
Don't get us wrong. We still want you to,
dress appropriately.
And I think that we get unconfident because I think when we look in the mirror sometimes we see something or want to see something that's not there.
We want to see something that's not there.
Yeah, so that causes us to dress inappropriately because some dresses I ain't about to put on all fitted and everything because like I said, I have my beautiful baby belly. You know, I'm going to dress to what's appropriate
And then
for me.
there's some women that will still put that on with that belly. And I'm going to tell you one thing, and I know we got to wrap it up. Confidence is a mug.
Yeah.
Because it's some women that can wear something
With the belly, yeah.
with the belly,
Yeah.
and they look fire.
Yeah, yeah.
Versus
You're
I
right.
may put it on and I feel a certain way, but it's because I'm
Yeah.
not walking in confidence with
Yeah.
that outfit.
That's what I got to get. Maybe
So
I need to get my confidence.
It's the confidence.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't want to see you in no string bikini. That's what I was saying about the inappropriate. Like, say that for your man. But I'm going to tell you, I told my niece, I said, I can't think of what it's called, but it's a culture where I don't necessarily, where I was just like, I want to be covered up a little bit more. And then here I come this week.
You all out.
All out.
When you came out, I was like, oh, she feeling it today.
Yeah. All
you got the belly beads.
It's my birthday. I always wear them.
You do?
Yeah, they tied on. They don't come off.
Oh, I didn't know
I always
that.
wear them. Baby girl, let me tell you, I'll tell you this off camera about something about them. When you get older.
I didn't know you wear them all the time.
Yes, honey.
So that make you tell when you know, gaining or losing or whatever. Yes. Okay, yeah.
But I'm a goddess, so it's certain things that us goddesses do.
Listen.
You need goddess lessons.
I'm
schedule an appointment.
I'm a goddess, but it's levels to your goddessness.
Yes. Yes.
You know, as we're learning. It's
and as
the
levels go, you know, you knock off stuff. It'll be certain things where we'll be like, okay, I'll do that too. And then it may be somewhere you be like, I want to start doing that now. It's levels to everything, people.
It's levels to everything.
Yes. Even in the spiritual realm.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's levels.
It is. It's levels to it. I no longer feel like I'm a babe. And I didn't feel like I was a babe before, but now I feel like I was, and I'm aware, like, oh, because now I got such clarity when I'm reading the Bible. It's like, oh wow. And it's always when I'm reading it brings me to something that I'm going through or thinking about now. Like, oh, this is how it's like his God's timing has been amazing with what I've been reading and what things is just going on in my life and how to handle things and just life, period. And how to treat people.
Yes, because I think I told you, I don't know if it was last week where I was just like, I know people pray and they ask God and do this. I said, but I just be wanting God to lay out the path for me. Yeah. I don't even want to use my brain. Like I said, when I want to date, I don't want to use my brain. I want him to figure it out. I just be wanting God to just send me that, you know, the download, whatever it is, and lay my path out for me today so I can come home and praise you and know that I did. Because every day I read the 23rd Psalm, and even when it gets to he anoints your head with oil, I anoint myself every day. Because this is a part of me just like, God, I need you. I need you to direct me. I need you to correct me.
Yeah.
Because I know that I'm not perfect and I need correction too.
Yeah, absolutely.
So even though I'm out here dressed a little hotty-toddy, God is still first.
That's what's amazing about, to me, our lifestyle now, because I think a lot of people believe that when you start putting God first, that your life is not fun. And that's not how he wants us to live either. Like, you are still dressed appropriately.
Right.
You know, but you spiced it up a little bit. You was like, it's my birthday week. I want to spice it up. Me put a little lace. And it's not inappropriate. And I think that there's levels to that for certain people. Certain people may want to be more modest. There is nothing wrong with that.
That's the word I was looking for, modest.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with somebody who wants to be more modest. Now, we know what's inappropriate if you putting God first, for real, for real. I'm not about to be out here with my, butt out or whatever. But I may show a little cleavage because I'm still covered.
The other part is we really can't hide ours that much.
We can't.
That much. But that don't mean I'm not gonna put that V-cut shirt on.
Yeah.
I don't really like V-cuts, but
I like V-cuts. But I'm just saying there's levels to the modesty, and we can't be judging people based on what you think your level of modesty should be.
Because I already know that when I get into my next relationship, it's certain things that I'm not gonna dress.
I ain't even tell you about that part.
Because I want to save that.
I didn't even tell you about that part about dressing. We talked about hair today. We had to talk about clothes.
Okay, we'll leave that. We're gonna wrap it up. Bring the benediction.
Hey, listen. Listen, we on episode, I believe this will be 13.
Really?
Yes. Yes,
Oh,
this
I
is
love this for us. Y'all
yes.
keep on.
Listen, it's
Keep the
growing.
comments coming.
It's growing.
Share,
Yes.
share. Tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend.
Tell a friend, because that's we reaching other countries now. We want
When
y'all
I
to
was
know.
like friends, I was like,
Yeah.
oh my goodness.
Yeah, we are reaching other countries, and we got goals that we're not going to speak out loud, but we let you know we got goals. And if you are a supporter of us, then like it, share it with somebody. Hopefully,
Reach
you
out, and
already
if it's something
subscribed.
that y'all want us to talk about, let us know.
Yeah,
because we do free flow, but
yeah, we free flow.
we hoping to heal others just like we healing ourselves. So if it's something that you need to be
talked about,
let us know.
Hey, put questions in the comments. Email us.
Email
We
us.
got an email too. We never say that.
Kolorflowconversations@gmail.com.
Yeah,
Colorflow with the K.
Yeah,
Yes.
Kolorflow with the K.
All of our
with a C.
contact information is listed on YouTube under our description.
Yeah. I mean, it's been wonderful, and we hope y'all keep on tuning in with us, because we growing and we going, and we ain't about to stop. Subscribe, tell a friend, and you got anything else, girl?
I don't have anything.
All right, we'll see y'all next week.
Peace.